and gentlemen, my name is Jimothy Stubble and I wanted to talk to you about an ancient technique from sports. Because we've been doing this thing on the stream for a while, and a bunch of people, they'll tune in and they won't even know what's happening. But it's actually an ancient technique that's been passed down for generations. And this technique is called the Freestyle macro warm-up. And I'm going to show you how to do this in StarCraft 2. Many a player have been supply blocked, and they've been floating minerals for as long as the day is long, and they just don't know how to get stuff done. And what I recommended to people is to do what's called a warm-up, also known as a warm-up, before you get into your ladder games. Because StarCraft is a very intense and fast-paced game, and you want to be able to not just be able to attack an opponent, but also to be able to macro yourself well. The analogy that I've always used is StarCraft 2 is like two dueling pianists, and they're just trying to play their pianos as best as they can, and whoever plays the better piece wins. But, and this is a big but, you are allowed to slap the shit out of your opponent. But to do so, you have to take your hand off the piano and you have to attempt to slap at them. StarCraft macro and micro is the same way. If you want to be microing something on offense, that's going to take some of your attention. So you should be able to develop your skills as a macro player that's playing the piano piece. And also the skills of the slap-a-dappa, where you're hitting your timing attacks and you're doing your run-by and harass, like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you a warm-up. We do this every time. Every time that I play StarCraft, every time, I do a freestyle macro warm-up. We just host a ladder match. Any map that's in the ladder. And then we do this very easy AI. Just something that exists in there that we can use our army on. But we don't want to focus on the defense of the harass. We just want to try to do a build correctly. So let's begin. This is the freestyle macro warm-up. Try this one at home. I know you see a lot of stuff on TV. They say, this is done by professionals. Don't try this at home. I would say you could try this. And I would recommend it even. Okay, we've got Blackburn. Who even knows if this is a good map for Zerg? It doesn't matter. The Zerg will strive to survive in any domain or landscape. So I'm just gonna try to max out. You see this number up here? I'm gonna be in here doing this warm-up until this number is 200 out of 200. And after that, I can ladder. But before then, I'm not even warmed up. This game is really hard. Some say it may be the hardest game, except for StarCraft 1. But that's just because they didn't have the AI and stuff. You had to tell your units to do everything. Let's get a 16 hatch. Usually I'll just pick one of my builds and then practice that. So let's just say I'm gonna practice my Zerg versus Terran build. So let's do that build. I know we put in the AI as a very easy random, but let's just assume that it's a Terran. Making sure my overlords are going on their correct quests. Imagining, okay, what are the things that you could worry about from Terrans? It could be a proxy at some point, so this overlord is going to keep an eye on the natural expand. We're looking for bunkers and SCBs here. The proxies could be anywhere. They could be here, 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 they could be here. So I just keep the overlord at the natural expansion to see who might be setting up bunkers. Because that's a guarantee. If they're going to proxy with bunkers, it's going to be here. Or here. Alright, 20 supply. We're going to make a 21 drone. Rallied it directly to the third. Natural expansion is almost done. I'm going to start pulling off gas. Alright, double queen, 4 lings. Lings rallied to the nat. This drone, it should be on the way to the third base. Very soon. This overlord we can watch here to see the Reaper decision, and we can see Hellion moves. Alright, we're gonna get a 26 Overlord next, right away. Up to the main. So we can see Liberators and Banshees. And I'm gonna drone up to 28. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna imagine a Reaper. Hold position to Lynx, hold position. I'm gonna get that Lynx speed. I'm gonna get an Overlord up here to this high ground. Alright, this Queen's gonna try to go up to the front. We inject here. They're fighting a Reaper, we're imagining. Spread a creep, Lynx defend the creep tumor with the Queen. Teamwork. Makes a dream work. You see that? I'm still practicing this. There's not a Reaper here. But maybe I attack in. But the first Ling is getting attacked. I box it, pull it to the back. And then the Overlord's done. I'm drone. All the way. Let's get this Queen over here. Get this Queen over here. Let's make another Overlord. Watch this Liberator spot. Hotkey control group that third base. Lings protect the tumor. Queens, figure it out. Get a creep tumor. Alright, I'm almost supply blocked, but there's an Overlord on the way. Anytime I float 150 minerals, I make a Queen. I've been seeing some of y'all's games. You're not getting enough Queens. 7 Queens minimum. Mech or bio. Minimum 7 Queens. 5 Queens, you're below the minimum. 8 Queens, you're good. That's 3 Queens injecting. 4 Queens spreading creep in a squad. So I'm gonna get this Queen group going now. I got 3 of them in a squad. And anytime I pull a Queen away from a base, I make sure that there's a Queen being made at that base, so that they can inject that base. You feel me? I just filled the gas. Making another Overlord. Rally to the front, spreading creep with the Freestyle macro warm-ups. Let's get a 4-minute tech building. Roach Warren Bane Nest, pick your poison. I'm gonna make another Overlord. We're just making Overlords for days out here in a Freestyle macro warm-up. Working on our ZVT build. It's 4:30. We could get a 4th base pretty soon. 4:30 lair right away. Spores, 4:30 every time against Terran. I've been seeing a lot of people not making a spore at every base. That's why your drones die. 1 spore per base, 4:30 against Terran every time. I'm not even gonna talk about the exceptions yet. These people are making them way too late or not at all. Let's get this 4th base right away. 5 minutes in, Evo chambers, like a mouse. I'm gonna make some dedicated defense units. Is the very easy AI gonna kill me? No, but it could be a real opponent, so I'm gonna practice like it is. Why do we have 3 Queens in the Queen? We need 4. There's 4. Let's just get a Queen over here, why not? I'm making 2 Overlords. Droning like a boss. I'm gonna take some gas. Look at this spending skill. We're spending it. Sending it. World Star. Here's a macro hatch. Double gas. I'm just holding down that drone button. Look at this number in the red. That's good. Some people, they see a number go past 16, they're like, oh no! That's good. Why is that good, you might ask? Well, I'll show you. You have 18 workers in the main, but maybe you're getting dropped like nobody's business tomorrow. You just make a couple spores here, and then all of a sudden it's perfectly saturated. Look at that. Look at that. Let's get a 5th base. What is this crap? The town is under attack. I'm just gonna get this. I fix this. I'm gonna get this. Oops, not that. This. This. Yes. Let's drone this. 89 drones? Sure. We're trying to get up to 200 supply. You're gonna need a lot of drones. Hotkey, macro hatch. Control group this 5th base. I'll get another Queen here for the macro hatch. Look at this, 21, but then we do this, and then it's perfect. And then we just rallied 3 drones into each one. Freestyle macro warm-ups. Double Hydra ups. Hydra production. But we have 91 drones now. We need to make Overlords. Let's just make them. Rally them to the corners. Rally this. I rally this. I rally this. Overlord speed is going as well. This macro is out of control. Freestyle macro warm-up every time. 4 queens. Squad for the offense. And then you've got some queens dedicated at the bases. Double upgrade right away. Spire. Can't make it. I don't have enough gas. I'm gonna get this golden base. I'm even gonna spore spine this up. Just for practice. Increase the chances that I actually do that during the game. Freestyle macro warm-up. Hive? You're losing to Turtle Terrence? Well, here's your problem. You're not getting Hive and Aspire at the same time at 8 minutes. Hive and Aspire at the same time at 8 minutes. Well, why do you do that? Timothy, I'm gonna show you. Because you can do what's called the 5 Brood Lord BAP. Let's get an Overseer Scout. I just sent this as an Overseer Scout. Let's get 1 ling at each base location. Look at that. Look at that. I can mass lings here. Make sure the macro hatch is hotkeyed. Freestyle macro warm-up, the ancient ways. Look at this, I selected these lings. Steal command to group 4. Send them around the map and into the opponent's base. I don't even need to look at that, and those are gonna attack my opponent. You notice here, I have more than 7 queens. What's he gonna do with that? Aren't queens bad to have too many of? No. Queens are one of the best units we can make as the Zergs. But I can't attack my opponent. What can I do? Kill the rocks. The rocks are bad for the Zergs. Alright, the Hive is done. Oh, the Spire is done too. Greater Spire right away. 5 Brood Lord back. I need a few more Overlords. Let's get a 6th base. It's gonna be a 6 Brood Lord BAP. Oh, you want to make sure you don't get dropped before you move out? Give your opponent a spore surprise. Ever seen them fly 6 medivacs into this crap? They all die. It's hilarious. Oh, but I lose to Terran drops. What do I do, Timothy? This. It's the best. All right, what do we got? We got these Corruptors coming out. We got the Lingbane Hydra to make sure we don't die to stuff. Queens, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Three upgrades. Adrenal glands. Ultra caverns. Greater Spire. It's almost done. Let's take a base. You ready for this? You ready for this? Bam. Broodlord production right away. Top it off with some Hydra production for some anti-air. We got the army grouped up, gathered up, summoned up. Freestyle macro warm up. I'm gonna deselect these Banes, Control Shift click, and then I'm gonna attack this. Alright. Double Nidus in case this doesn't kill the opponent, but it probably will. We'll queue up 2 upgrades on this. I got $1 million. I can do what I want. I'm playing the piano like a boss. Look at this attack. They think they can defend this? You can't defend this. I got Brood Lords. 11 minutes with the Lingbane Hydra. Transfuses for days. World Star. Creep this. I hotkey these. My Broodlords are on a separate key. My Queens are on a separate key. My Army's on a separate key. My Scout is on a separate key. Keep an Overseer with the Broodlords so you don't die to DTs and Ghosts. Now we rolling in. Queen's walking it up. We're gonna get some Nidus up in this business. So we have forward creep and mobility on the map. I'm even gonna Nidus over here. So that I can get more creep connection between their bases. Look at this. Look at this. Freestyle macro warm up. But I get these ultra upgrades behind this because I'm not all in. I got options. I got a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D. And that's it. That's how you warm up in StarCraft 2. So just go to this area, custom, up here, and then click melee here, and then make sure it says Legacy of the Void, ladder maps, and then you pick one of these 2-player maps. you can get in your freestyle macro warm-up. Hope y'all found this useful. And if you see Neuro against a very easy or passive opponent, he might just be warming up. And you should too. From me, Jimothy Stubble Bubble. This has been a breaking news bulletin special report.